A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
What the fuck. Λοιπόν, τώρα θα συνεχίσουμε από εκεί που θα πηγαίναμε. Είχαμε πάλι το ίδιο λάθος. Λοιπόν, και τα λέμε τώρα. Λοιπόν, φτάσαμε εδώ πέρα. Τη δείξαμε τελευταία φορά εδώ πέρα.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
You!
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
Oh no.
You need to be the one to do this.
No.
To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Όχι. Δεν μπορώ. Κάτσε. Μπορώ να βγάλω το...
As Stanley picked up the phone,
Wait, what?
a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Ναι.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
Τι έγινε?
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action.
What?
How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
No, I'm not. Ο Stanley.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house.
What the fuck?
Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
What? Τι είναι αυτό το game, ρε μαλάκα? Πάω το Θεό.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best
What
part
are
to
you
a healthy
doing?
decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less?
Κάνω.
And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Ωραία, πάμε. Wait. Α, πάω πίσω τώρα.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Άρα μπορούσα.
The main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Μάλιστα. Συνεχίζουμε. Άρα τώρα πάμε πίσω. What? Γιατί πάμε πίσω? Κλείνει η πόρτα, μάλιστα. Δεν μπορώ να ανοίξω πόρτα. Όχι. Λογικά καμιά πόρτα δεν ανοίγει.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Μα δεν θέλω.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Λοιπόν, τώρα τι θα κάνω? Left.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Left. Τι έγινε εδώ? What the fuck? Έχει μπαγκάρει, τι έγινε? Αυτό είναι στο μέρος... Κάτσε, αυτό είναι στο game μέσα. Τι έγινε? Όχι, εδώ φαίνεται κανονικά.
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that you... My story! You've destroyed my work! Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know.
Canto.
What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Whoa. What the... Λοιπόν, μπορείτε να δείτε πόσο διαφορετικό είναι άμα πόσες επιλογές υπάρχουν και τι μπορεί να γίνει.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here in this pile of rubbish, with you who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Hey, δεν είμαι.
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Wait.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ωραία, πάμε.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase,
Okay.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ωραία. Στο. Wow!
Stepping inside his
Bollocks.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions.
Κάτσε, θα μιλήσω τώρα
And
στο
beyond
game.
all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week.
Okay.
Night Shark 115.
115?
Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out.
Well.
Stanley had been trained never to speak up. Now, he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown.
Θα μιλήσω στο.
He drew a sharp
What?
breath and then spoke the code.
Τι είπαμε? Night Shark 115. Open. No. Δεν ανοίγει. Night Shark 115.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver,
Το κάνω.
right there on the wall.
Το κάνω. Night Shark 115. Οκ, άρα δεν με αφήνει. Night Shark 115.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Ναι.
You didn't mishear me, did you?
Όχι.
Please speak the code into the receiver.
Το έκανα.
Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Το έκανα. Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine, you're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The
Okay.
kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
Hey. How dare you?
When Stanley came to
Oh.
a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Αυτός ο Stanley.
Stanley? Hello? Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need
This is
you
the
to
end.
walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me?
Aw.
Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
Do it, Stanley.
Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it.
Μαλάκα τόσο sad. Δεν ξέρω.
You hear me?
Sad.
Are you there? You listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
Εγώ ακούω.
Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Μαλάκα είναι σαν να ακούσει έτσι την... Οκ, πάει για αυτό το ending. Ναι, τελείωσε αυτό.